Nutrients are molecules that are found in food that all living organisms need in order to make energy grow, develop, and reproduce. Nutrients are then broken down into smaller parts to be used by the organism.
There are two types of nutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients. The group of macronutrients contain carbohydrates, fats, and protein, and the group of micronutrients contain vitamins and minerals. The macronutrients are needed in big amounts, while micronutrients only on trace amounts.
Macronutrients in food: meat and meat products such as beef, chicken, lamb, pork, or kangaroo, fish and seafood, eggs, beans and pulses, also carbohydrates, nuts, also fats, soy and tofu products. Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. Macronutrients in food are milk, spinach, sardines, oranges, broccoli, bananas, and potatoes. Nutrients are found in every living thing and are the ones that maintain human beings alive. Plants and animals extract nutrients such as hydrogen or oxygen from soil that gets it from decomposed animal waste and dead plants, with the purpose of creating their own nutrients such as sugars.
The human body can also synthesize nutrients like amino acids, but most organisms need nutrients created by autotrophs, which are the animals that are able to produce nutrients. People and animals get the majority of their nutrients directly from the food they eat. Animals eat the plants with the nutrients and we eat the animals. The process is something similar to a cycle. Nutrients have a fundamental role in our health. They are in charge of the energy production in our body. As carbohydrates are break down and then turn into glucose, cells pick them up, and then molecules with the help of insulin use them for energy. If the body does not find any carbs, they turn into protein or fats to find the needed energy. This is why it's important to have a balanced diet with all the nutrients our body requires.
The nutrients are also in charge of the tissue growth and repair. Vitamin C forms collagen, which is the protein that is the structural component for skin cells. Collagen is used to help the healing process of skin tissues. Pyridoxine, biotin, and niacin are part of the group of B vitamins, are the ones that deconstruct complex protein into smaller and simpler parts called amino acids. Amino acids then stack one on top of the other to form tissues, like the muscular tissue. Lastly, iron, which is not in charge of forming tissue, although it carries oxygen through the tissue and the blood so they can continue to grow and function.
Some nutrients work together to keep our bones and teeth strong. Calcium is the main component of our skeleton and the most abundant mineral in our body. Vitamin D is needed so that our body absorbs calcium properly. Calcium works with phosphorus to create bone structure. Although copper is not needed in big amounts, if our body does not get enough amount, we can lose bone mass and then risk of gaining osteoporosis is higher.
Lastly, you need nutrients to have a healthy digestion. Zinc is part of more than 200 digestive enzymes, which break food apart in our stomach in order for our small intestine to absorb the nutrients and the minerals. Some B vitamins work together to pull out energy from the things we eat. They help them to metabolize carbs into glucose and get fuel from fat or protein if it's needed.
Having a balanced diet means that you consume every necessary nutrient that your body requires. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle can decrease your risk of disease such as cancer, heart disease, or diabetes.
A diet means a natural alimentation with the 5 food groups: vegetables, fruits, grains, milk derivatives, and proteins. Calories are fundamental for human bodies, and it's recommended for women to consume more or less 2,000 calories and men to consume more or less 2,500, of course, depending on the person's age or medical state.
But the majority of the people consume instead empty calories such as ice cream or pizza, which in excess are not beneficial for your body, and with time can result with weight gaining and your organ system not working in the way it's supposed to. enlarging appendix. Usually it happens to people of 10 to 30 years, and it provokes a severe pain in your lower right abdomen. Eventually with time, it can get worse and put your health at risk.
The reasons can be various. Most commonly, it is because of a blockage in the lining of the appendix that provokes a bacteria that causes the appendix to become inflamed. Apart from feeling a strong pain, some effects can be nausea, fever, diarrhea, and abdominal bloat.
Science is applying the treatment of appendicitis in several ways, through surgeries and medicaments. There are two main surgeries that are used to remove the appendicitis, but only at later stages when the disease is turning dangerous for the patient. These surgeries are laparoscopy and open surgery. Laparoscopy surgery, also known as keyhole surgery, is the recommendable procedure today because its recovery time is quicker, although this is advised when the appendix has not ruptured. Surgeons make 3 or 4 small incisions on the right lower abdominal wall while watching a big image of the patient's internal organs. Then, the surgeon inserts a camera and special tools into the abdomen and then removes the appendix. Afterwards, dissolved stitches or normal stitches are used to enclosure the patient's incision.
Open surgeries are recommended when the appendix has already been ruptured or if you've previously had another abdomen surgery. This surgery is only performed in an emergency. A single larger incision is made in the lower part of your right side, in the abdomen. However, if an infection is found, a long cut in the middle of the abdomen may be necessary. The recovery time for this procedure can be between 1 or 2 weeks in the hospital.
Medicaments are also used to treat or to help with the recovery of appendicitis. Some medicaments are antibiotics that are used to prevent an infection, or insulin or painkillers are also used to reduce the amount of pain in the patient, whether it is before or after the surgery.